Hello lovelies, how are we? This is Lesley, this is the Not Quite Enough Distance vlog. And it's been a busy week again, so it's not really been much of a vlog this week. Basically this will be it. I'll tell you what I've done this week, but I haven't recorded in bits. Himself has been away, so I've been doing dog walks as well as working, which has been quite busy. So yeah, time has not been my friend, but we go through these phases, and then we go through phases where we have more time. So the circle of life, the wheel of fortune. No, I'm not going to sing. Hope you're all okay. Hope wherever you are, the COVID numbers aren't too bad, the weather's not too bad. There's a strange world out there. So I hope that you're able to keep safe and to look after yourselves, and that those you love are keeping well, because it's all a bit, isn't it? So since last week, I said Saturday I was going to spend time at some neighbours, at a neighbour's house, and that was really lovely. The weather had looked a bit threatening, but it turned out to be a nice afternoon. So I went round probably about sort of 3 o'clock, something like that. And a few of the neighbours were there. The idea being that we'd all been on a WhatsApp group during the last sort of 15, 16 months. And you might know that, you know, Hillary lives at number 7, but you don't necessarily know who Hillary is, if you see what I mean. So it was a nice opportunity to get folks together. I stayed for a few hours. They laid on a barbecue, did some food, had music going, you know, it's really lovely. I came away about 6 o'clock, rang my dad, needed to walk the dog, that sort of thing. Had I said, all right, if I pop back, I think they would have said yes. I didn't realise it was kind of going on and on, but when I went to bed at about 11:30 that evening, I could still hear them. And on the WhatsApp the next morning, it looked like it had gone on to the small hours. So someone had posted, you know, thanks to the host for a lovely time. And I wrote here, and I wasn't sure if I'd used the right spelling, so I said, or is it here with the other spelling? And one of the neighbours that I do know said, I think this morning it's there. So I think they all had a lovely time. And Sunday was fairly quiet in our road. Drumming went downhill very quickly. Last week we drummed. We had an outside rehearsal practice, which was great, lovely to see everyone. And then it transpired during the week that someone had tested positive for COVID. So we all did tests, and questions were raised about, well, what happens next? And the decision was made that we would only practice outside. We wouldn't do the second half in the room in the pub. That is, of course, weather dependent, and Monday it looked like thunder and lightning were forecast. So we decided, probably, I say we, the leaders of the group decided probably a good idea not to be outside with metal bits on our drums in a lightning storm. So we didn't have a practice. Now, as it turned out, I think I'm only about 2 miles away from where the practice would have been, and it was fine. But you can't predict that accurately, and the decision was made for reasons of safety and sense, so no quibbles there. So hopefully we'll practice this week if the weather is fine, and we'll just have to see how we go from there. Certainly a lot of the members of the group, they were happy to practice outside, but they were going to go and not practice indoors. They just felt it was too many people for the space and not comfortable from a COVID point of view. I mean, from a fire risk point of view, it's the same sort of number we always have, but from a COVID point of view, it just felt a bit crowded for some, and that is perfectly understandable. So that was Monday, and apart from that, it's been a lot of work this week. Been a bit wet at times. Somebody got very wet on our dog walk. Well, 2 of us got very wet on our dog walk. One of us sulks about it. Yeah. I was not a popular mummy. Oh dear. No. So yeah, just working, had a good knit night last night. Our knit group has a sort of social media presence, and a gentleman got hold of the person who looks after all of that for us and said that they had some craft stuff and would we be interested. And it seemed pretty genuine, so Lou, who looks after that, sort of responded positively, and the guy did say that it fills the back of an estate car now, which would be like a station wagon in other places, yeah, and there is a lot of it. So I need to get hold of Lou to go and have a look and take a little pick of, it's all sorts of stuff. It's not necessarily knitting stuff. She said there is some yarn there. There's quite a bit of fabric. There's a tapestry frame. I'm not going down that road. I am not going down that road. There's rug making stuff. There's cross stitch stuff. So interesting to have a look. But yeah, we need to move on that pretty quickly because it's a lot of stuff in Lou's home. So we don't want to leave it dumped on her for too long because that's not fair. So yes, that was a little treat, a little bit of excitement. But apart from that, same old, as it often is. Himself has been away all week. He comes back Friday today, tomorrow as I'm recording this, but today. And then he's home for the weekend and then he goes again, I think. Or it might be Tuesday. Does feel a bit as if he comes home to get his laundry done. I'm glad that he's able to do these things. He retired, then he was unwell for a little while, and then we had lockdown. So all the plans he had for his retirement, they're happening now, but they're all happening kind of bunched up together. He's got a few friends who are also going through the early retirement process, so hopefully that'll be more golf being played locally for him as well. So yeah, that should be fun. And the dog will be very happy to see him when he's here, because she does miss her daddy. Oh, she misses her daddy. Craft-wise, just been kind of plodding on this week. No new purchases. Yeah, I'm working on a sweater which I may have finished in time for the month-end podcast, which will be tomorrow. If not, I'll have it nearly done, and I'll probably show you anyway because I don't have much else to talk about. But yes, that's nearly done because it's been warm, sunny and sticky, so you need a thick chunky sweater on 5mm needles. Planning was never my strong point. So thank you for your indulgence, lovely people. Sorry that it's not a very exciting podcast this month, and this week rather. It's not even the podcast, it's the vlog. I don't even know what I'm talking about. No, it's the screens. So, so it's all good fun, and there'll be more of this nonsense next week. But tomorrow there's the month-end podcast, which will have fibre and crafting and yarn and the redrawing of the Chatter Thread prize because it wasn't claimed. So there's always something to look forward to in life, isn't there? Thank you for being here. I hope you're all having fun. I hope you're able to do things you want to do and can do so safely, and that you are keeping well and looking after yourselves. Thanks everyone. You take care. Bye bye.